opportunity to share about our office, the Mayor's Office to End Domestic and Gender-Based Violence. Um, my I am the director of programs and operations for our family justice centers, and so, which are operated by the Mayor's Office to End Domestic Violence. NGBV is how we refer to ourselves, and so NGBV is the mayoral office that works to oversee and deliver programs and policies regarding domestic and gender-based violence. We also provide outreach throughout the communities to raise awareness about the issue of domestic and gender-based violence. We provide trainings to both city agency partners as well as CBO partners on the issue. We also have a prevention program where we use peer educators to educate our young people, even their parents and people who work with youth, around dating violence and prevention. And then we have a data and evaluation team, and we do a lot of work on just evaluating the issue, the rates of domestic and gender-based violence throughout the city. We evaluate our programs and their effectiveness. And then lastly is our most external arm, where we provide direct services to survivors of domestic and gender-based violence, and that's through our family justice centers. So like I mentioned, NGBV operates those 5 family justice centers. There's one in each borough, and they are co-located with the district attorney's office, and were, prior to COVID, walk-in centers that open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, that provide direct services to survivors of domestic and gender-based violence. That's provided by many CBO partners, as well as city agency partners. And so literally survivors could walk into one of the family justice centers and receive case management services, so help connecting with shelter and housing, or help applying for benefits, having a safety assessment, and a discussion around how best to keep themselves safe, what were some of their risk factors involved in that. Additionally, there's counseling services, civil legal services, and then NYPD's on site as well to provide and help folks with filing police reports, getting copies of police reports, and then that's really the family justice centers in a nutshell. I can probably go on and on and on, but I know we have time limits. And so really the work of the Family Justice Center is to meet survivors where they are in their journey, to help them, just to help them, to assist them with whatever their safety, financial, and mental health needs are. Speaking of that, we also partner with NYC Thrive NYC, to provide mental health counseling to survivors as well. So we have a team of therapists, psychiatrists, who's on site at each of our FJCs providing those services. So really trying to provide wraparound or really comprehensive services to survivors of domestic and gender-based violence. And, over last year, prior to COVID, the Family Justice Centers served over 2,000 clients. And that was just in one single year. Typically, our Brooklyn Family Justice Center is our highest volume center, and they could see upward of 100 clients a week. So, we're dealing with pretty high volumes, and we've seen during COVID that while, the centers are not open, people are still reaching out to us for help. And so we are seeing upward of over 100 clients, receiving over 100 client calls per week across our 5 family justice centers. Many of those survivors who are calling or people who are reaching out are new callers, so folks that have not ever engaged in services through our family justice centers. So we're really happy that even during this time, people are connecting to our services and are reaching out for help. We know that COVID-19, this pandemic, the sheltering in place order has really put into focus the vulnerabilities of survivors of domestic and gender-based violence, and has exacerbated, safety risk, financial stability needs. And so while, those needs, and we were serving survivors, many survivors pre-COVID, we know that COVID has really heightened safety issues, risk, and service needs for many of our clients. We're seeing, cases that are more complicated, more complex during this time, and more clients with just basic needs. And so this partnership, this program, this initiative is really critical during this time, and we are thrilled that we are still exploring how we can do this work and this initiative differently this year because of COVID. And so really grateful for NYC Service, who's continued to push on, and, all of the partners who are involved, corporate partners that are involved to make this happen this year for many of our, the agency's clients, and certainly the clients of NGBV. And so thank you for this opportunity, and looking forward to hearing more about how we're